Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is an amazing day because we have this character right here. A free character that is an absolute godsend for your teams, as we'll explain in a little bit. Now, you acquire this character from your events. Now, it's already disappeared because I've already collected her, but at the very top, you see her, you see a little invite. Click on invite, and then you'll actually get her for free, which is awesome. And on top of that, we actually can get a free weapon, like what they always do in these updates. They'll give us a free weapon for the limited characters that are in the banner. And with Fenny, there's no exception. We get the Pixel Era, which is actually going to be a terrific weapon for her. You can also acquire her from the Echo or from the banner. I wouldn't recommend this because, well, she's free. You just don't need to do this, guys. If you want to get copies for her, you want to whale out, that's your choice. She will be a much better character, obviously, whenever you get more copies of her. I think that goes without saying. And her weapon is godly. This thing is very, very good because, one, it's going to increase her attack just solid. But also on top of that, guys, it's a very good support weapon, which is kind of goes along lines with her kit as well. Whenever a special clip is provided, you ignore 12% of the target's corresponding resistance. And special clip is something that you're going to apply pretty much all the time. So you'll actually get that 12% ignore target corresponding resistance, which is awesome. But the special clip provided by the equipping operative also increases the ballistic damage by 15%. And if equipping operative is off the field, doubles the ballistic damage. So whenever you use this, you use your special clip, which is your standard skill, and then you switch to another character, you're going to get 30% ballistic damage with this weapon. And this is at tier 1. This is not at tier 2. So it's pretty awesome, guys, as a support weapon, especially because ballistic damage is very good for breaking shields, as we'll show you guys in a little bit. Now, when we get down to good old Fenny, first of all, guys, she's a beautiful, beautiful character. You can even get her skin if you choose to do so. This thing is gorgeous, like yummy, yummy, yummy. I mean, okay, forget we just saw that. Forget. Anyways, yeah. So her standard skill is pretty much a booklet, but it's pretty simple once you understand it, guys. So Fenny dashes quickly and provides herself with a different star gem clip. Sorry. Depending on the direction of her movement, this effect does not change the damage type of her shot. So whenever you dodge a certain direction, you're going to get certain benefits. So dashing left or right consumes 15 S energy to obtain a star gem clip, ruby with 30 bullets. So whenever you go left or right, you hit your E skill and you go left or right, or your standard skill, you're going to get 30 bullets. That's going to increase your kinetic damage, and you're only going to consume up to 15 S energy, right? Well, when you dash forward, then you're going to consume 15 S energy again, obtain a star gem clip with 10 bullets. Now, these are pretty special because these shot intervals become 3 times that of the equipped weapon. So each shot is like 3 bullets at once, more or less. Shots explode upon target hit, dealing damage up to 3 targets, which is awesome, guys. You get a nice little explosion at the end. It's a very powerful tool, and final ballistic damage also increases, but shots cannot deal crit. So you won't be able to do crit whenever you're doing this. If you dash forward, hit your E skill, you're not going to be able to crit, but you're going to do a lot of explosive damage to your opponents. And then whenever you dash backward, of course, you'll get the star gem clip again. You get star gem clip every time when you hit your standard skill. Sapphire with 30 bullets restores S energy upon shot hit. So whenever you dash backwards and you use your bullets, you start shooting, you're actually going to be restoring your S energy, allowing you to do your ultimate that much more often. And this is actually pretty cool. And once again, just like all the characters in Snowbreak Containment Zone, very unique amongst all the characters. Like, really potent, guys. Dazzling Comet no longer has a cooldown, which is awesome. Increase the number of bullets of a star gem clip provided by Dazzling Comet by 50%. What that means, guys, is whenever you use your standard skill, you get your star gem clip, you're actually going to get more bullets. And whenever you start doing your manifestations, you're going to find out that it's going to be even more so. And then we go to her support skill. And this is kind of like the bread and butter, more or less, of her, in all honesty, because I feel like this is where people are really going to use her the most. So Fenny provides a star step clip for the deployed operative. Star step clip ammo capacity is 100% of that of deployed operative plus 3% of that of Fenny's weapon. When the bullets deal damage to the target, the deployed operative's attack increases, all right? So you always want to make sure when you're switching to your character that they have a full amount of bullets. That way, whenever you use this skill, use the support skill, you'll still have the max amount of bullets that are allowed. Note for crossbows, and this is talking about Katya, since crossbows don't have magazine, Starship Clip Instant provides 40 bolts for normal firing and 15 bolts for special firing mode. So you're getting some extra amount of time to shoot with Katya, which is very, very powerful. And then bullets are considered normal ballistic ammo and do not affect the magazine's ammo count, nor are they affected by the aptitude bonuses. So whenever you have characters that have aptitude or like kind of like decreasing an elemental resistance, more or less, it's kind of what it is. Not exactly, but kind of. It won't be applied. Skills do not consume Starship Clip bullets. Shooting consumes Starship Clip before using other bullets in the magazine. Starship Clip shooting is considered normal shooting. Starstone Clip cannot be replenished by any other means and cannot stack with other special clip effect. And then obviously, whenever you have the neurotics leveled up, when the deployed operative doesn't have a Starship Clip and they deal a crit hit or a weak spot, decrease the cooldown of Inspiring Call by 1 second, which is your support skill. This effect has a cooldown of 1 second. Charge stacks of Inspiring Call increases 3. This is actually very, very good because, like, say you're using a character and you deal a crit hit, or you hit the weak spot of an opponent, maybe the head of an opponent or something like that, you decrease the cooldown of this thing. It means you can use it that much more often. In fact, you can pretty much use it all the time, guys. It is so powerful because it's going to give you that extra damage. It's really, really sweet. And then we get into the ultimate, which is pretty much her kind of doing a skill similar to the limited Freesia, where she'll shoot out a big old beam. She'll restore her S energy by 20, and then her damage by her ultimate skill can be affected by the ballistic damage bonuses. And once you rack up your ballistic damage bonuses, you'll do more damage with your ultimate damage. Is pretty much what they're saying here. And then when we get into the manifestations, guys, or actually her alignment index, when equipped with kinetic weapon, which her 4-star weapon is, increases full squad ballistic damage by 12% for each 100 alignment index ratio, increases by 1%. So you want her alignment index pretty much maxed out to buff up all of your characters on the team to increase their ballistic damage. And then M1. So M1's pretty awesome, guys, because of course when you have a kinetic weapon on her and you use her standard skill or use her support skill, your sniper rifle, pistol, and crossbow increases final damage dealt to target's weak spot by 15%. Very, very powerful. At M1 as a support, shotgun increases the number of pellets by 1. Assault rifle, submachine gun, or dual submachine guns, shots have a 12% chance to shoot 2 bullets without consuming additional ammo. That is nice. It means more continuous damage to do more damage throughout time. And then you have M2, which increases the ammo capacity of Starship Clip provided by Inspiring Call to 120%. So whenever you use your standard skill, you're going to get more bullets. Is pretty much what this is, which is awesome. More bullets, guys. More ballistic damage over time. Very, very powerful. And crossbows, they just increase the bolts provided by the normal firing mode and the bolts in special firing mode. So they did a really good job as far as helping buff Katya as well. They made Fenny good for everybody. All the characters in the game can benefit from using her as a support character. And then this is really cool. So M3 Inspiring Call cooldown decreases to 12 seconds. It's actually 15 seconds. And S energy cost decreases to 8 seconds. So this is really, really nice. You'll be able to use your standard skill. Inspiring Call is your standard skill. You'll be able to use it that much more often, which is very sweet. And I'm really glad they did it at M3. A lot of times when they do this kind of buff, they'll do it at like M5. So it's nice that you can actually get this early, be able to use this more often. There's also another way to decrease the skill cooldowns. We'll talk about it in a little bit. And then the attack bonus of Starship Clone increases to 22% Fenny's attack. Just damage buff. And then when a Sergeant Clip or Sergeant Clip bullet deals ballistic damage, ignores 10% of the target's corresponding resistance. And this is always up. There's no cooldown on this. You'll always have ignore 10% of target's corresponding resistance. Very good, guys. Like M5's just, it's broken, right? But luckily in this game, you can level up your characters. Now, of course, with her weapon, we've already talked about the 4-star weapon. We've already talked about the 5-star weapon. You don't need her 5-star weapon, but it definitely is nice. And you do want to use her logistics that they do give you. And you actually get this for free as well, which is pretty sweet. And this logistics set is really nice because it will increase her attack. But when you have the full set, obviously, if it's equipped by Fenny Starshine, only this Fenny, when an operator has Starshine Clip, increases their ballistic damage by 40%. So whenever you use your standard skill, you're going to get this ballistic damage by 40%. And when Fenny Starshine has a Sergeant Clip and deals ballistic damage, increases her attack by 20% for that hit. So whenever you're playing with Fenny, you want to use her E skill or her standard skill to get that Stargem Clip, and you'll increase your attack also, which is very, very good for her. But on top of that, very good for your entire team. We've already talked about manifestations, and we've already kind of went over neuronics. Now, let me kind of jump out of here, guys, and let's jump into a game mode, and let's take a look at something here. So, when it comes to Fenny, guys, and teams that you can use with the character, she is a kinetic damage dealing character. So, if you want to use her with, say, Marion, you can as a support character. You can use her with Haru, who's also a kinetic damage dealing character. You can use her with Life, who coincidentally is in the same banner with Fenny, right? In the same update. So you can use all 3 of those characters as damage dealers with Fenny, and I really would advise that because Fenny really is more of a support character, guys. Her damage really, like, we'll jump in here. And this, by the way, is a 5-star Acacia who doesn't have logistics on her, which we're going to have to change that. And we have Moxer here who has logistics on her, right? So let me go ahead and change this up a little bit, guys. And let's add a little something. You know what we'll do is we'll just put the Navigator Squad on her, okay? We'll get a little bit of a buff. Not the best buff that we could get from other logistics, but I just want to show you guys the damage. Now, remember, this is M5 Acacia. Her support is decreasing resistance by 40% whenever she uses her Moon Dart. Okay, so when I use this skill here, use Moxer, use Acacia. Okay, we go forward, boom, 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 boom. There we go. Now, a little tip for you guys whenever you're playing with Fenny, if you are using her as a damage dealer, you see that little mark right there below the crosshair, the little yellow mark? The more that you have, the more bullets you're going to have whenever you dash and use your E skill. So you see how much we have. We're going to dash forward, and you can see we have 15 shots. We're going to go ahead and use our sports skill here. We have 15 shots, all right? Let's get out of here, and you see how much we have. We go forward again, and I'm using this particular skill because it's actually quite potent, quite strong. Okay. Let's go ahead and use Acacia. And there we go, there we go, there we go, right? And like, this is an OP team to have as a support team, guys. It's really, really strong. And as you guys can see, like, it just isn't as good as what you would want it. See, like right there, we didn't have very many shots because we didn't have very much of that yellow bar. See how I got that little bit of that yellow bar below the crosshair? Let's go ahead and finish that out a little bit. Let her switch, and now do our forward skill. And look at the bullets. We have 11 bullets now. So that's just a little tidbit if you're playing with her that you really want to do. Let's go ahead and use Moxer. Let's go ahead and use Acacia. Let's go forward, and let's start shooting that thing. All right. There we go, there we go, there we go. We're going backwards. And again, if we go backwards, right? All right, here we go. And remember, backwards, you'll actually restore your S energy, okay? But her damage just really isn't the greatest, guys. Like, I mean, my weapon's only level 60, to be fair. But I really would have expected a little bit more. But she makes up more than for it whenever you're using her as a support. I mean, you can see, guys, how long this is taking. We're not really getting hardly anywhere. And again, with an M5 Acacia, an M2 Moxer, like, these are some insane support characters that I'm using with her, and her damage just doesn't really seem to be the greatest. However, let's do a little something else. So now let me do something where we use Chinzing here, and we use Acacia, and we use just Yao. Yao doesn't even have logistics, guys. She's not going to add any buff. But Acacia here, we'll actually use her with the Navigator Squad, right? And let me show you the difference in damage here, okay? Now, this is going to be a little bit different. And I'm going to just compare A5 Acacia with Fenny. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. And rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll. Kill, 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 kill. Alright, let's go ahead and use Acacia. And this really isn't the best set for Acacia, to be honest, guys, but it's a good set. But look at the damage, guys. Like, I know it's Chinzing. I get it, I get it, I get it, but I just want to show you the difference in damage. There we go. Kind of messed up a little bit there. And shoot, 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 shoot. All right, so hopefully we can kind of get this in. Really, you want to use your ultimate a little bit. We didn't actually get our we didn't get our slip on him. That's not good. But as you guys can see, we would have already finished this thing if I wouldn't have messed up just now and would have got that slip on him. There we go, and rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll. All right, there we go. So, we got down to 4 minutes and 14 seconds. It took a little bit of time, right? Okay. Now remember, okay, she's got the Navigator Squad on her, which increases damage by 14%. And we're gonna switch her up with Fenny and see how we do here. All right. So we got down to 4 minutes and 14 seconds. All right. Now let's switch to another team. We'll switch out Fenny for Acacia, and Fenny's gonna be using her regular set, guys. All right, and let's do it. Let's do it. Now let's see what kind of damage we do now. Now remember, this boss has a shield, and this is why. Boom. Okay. And you want to keep using her support skill over and over and over once that thing is gone. Just like so, guys. Just like so. Okay. And as you guys can see, it's pretty wild, the difference in damage. Like, I'm honestly shocked at how good she's doing. Okay. Oh, man, messed up there. Kind of hit the wrong button there. Oh, messed up. Okay, and no big deal. We took a little damage, no big deal. Okay. And and the ballistic damage is just off the chain right now, guys. Like it's wild as hell how much damage we're gonna be doing. Ah, crap. Freaking reloading. And look at that. So we got down to 4 minutes and 42 seconds. That is an M5 Acacia that I just showed you guys. She has decreased resistance by 40%. Okay, she is insane. And on top of that, I got a tier 2 weapon on her that's increasing the attack of the full squad. And yet, Fenny here at M0, free with the free logistics, is doing better than my M5 Acacia. Now, if you give Acacia a different logistics set, the outcome will be much, much closer, guys. But that is a testament to how good of a support character Fenny really is, and I really think that's where people really should use her as a support. Her damage just really isn't the greatest, at least from what I've seen, but her support is unreal. And like I said, guys, with kinetic characters, like if you're using her with Marion, or you're using her with Life or Haru, she's going to be an insane support, guys. She's going to be really, really great as a support character. You're going to increase the ballistic damage. Characters like Haru that use a pistol, and Life that use pistols, having that extra ballistic damage is very, very good because they ricochet all the time, right? That ricochet sucks, whereas a character like Marion doesn't really ricochet, but you're still going to increase that ballistic damage tenfold, guys. Like, it's going to be OP. And there's lots of themes you can use. You could use 4-star Acacia with the Navigator Squad. You could use your Chinzing. If you're using her as a damage dealer, you could use Chinzing with the Twilight Squad. You just have to use Chinzing's support skill, and then switch back to your Fenny to use her as a damage dealer. But like I said earlier, guys, I just don't think that she's really the greatest damage dealer. But as a support, she is insane. Like, what a massive free character that everybody got in this update. Holy macaronis, guys. So, guys, let me know what you think about Fenny Starshine. And I do stream on Twitch and YouTube. Link Twitch in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody. Take care.